It's the men's doubles final here in the finals area, and this should be a good one. On the left side of your screen, in that forward position, that is 18-year-old Marvin Velasco. Really the big story, certainly in this event. His partner, 30 years older, that is Jörg HARMS, the outstanding veteran German goalie. And on the right, the multi-world champion Yannick CORREIA at forward. His partner, Steve Dias, two members of the 2015 World Cup winning Luxembourg team. We're going to start things off here on the German table. That's the Leonhardt. And Yannick CORREIA, already a three-time world multi-table champion, and he gets the scoring underway here in game number one. Let's look here as he finds that near side to open up the scoring. Marvin Velasco, this is a big situation for a man, a young man, only 18 years old. He's playing in the junior singles event here this weekend, I believe. And here he is in the men's doubles final. He'll have a chance here shooting against Steve Dias to tie it up. Boy, he really played great in the semifinal match, and he strokes that one home. It's 1-1. Let's look at it again. Very patient, very mature play here by Marvin Velasco. Back comes CORREIA. Now the thing about Yannick CORREIA is his ability to perform at a very high level on all five of the major tables. And we mentioned he is a three-time world multi-table champion. He's won once in singles back in 09, and then he's added a couple of doubles championships since then with different partners, not Steve Dias, who he's playing with this year. He steals it here, and he'll set it up looking to give his team a 3-1 lead, shooting against HARMS. CORREIA try to come back down the middle. Jörg there to make the block, and then it's picked up by Velasco. Marvin. I was talking to Jörg HARMS last night after they won the semifinal match, and there is Velasco firing it home to make it 2-2. And let's look at this one again. So he walks it, looks, and strikes. But Jörg was telling me that they almost did not even qualify. They had to beat a very tough team, a couple of great Dutch players, in order to even get into the elimination bracket. And they qualified only at 42nd. This is the 42 seed. Velasco proved last night that he can play on that French table, and that is, of course, what the Luxembourg pair will be playing on here in game number 2. Marvin Velasco putting the ball back into play. As always in multi-table table soccer, it's so important to hold on your home table, and Velasco now will shoot for the lead. Rocks, he taps. Try to come back down the middle, blocked and taken away by Dias. Steve Dias, not only one of the players and one of the best players in the world, but also the coach of the Luxembourg team. They certainly will be challenging for a second World Cup title here this weekend. That is a deep team. You look at the Luxembourg roster, you've got these two guys, you've got 4 or 5 other players that aren't much behind them, and there's Dias up the table off a man and in. It's 3-2. Yannick CORREIA so focused, so intense. Watch this. This one brought across off the 5 row, off the outside wall and in. It's 3-2. Velasco had a chance to give his team the lead. Now he'll have an opportunity to even it at 3 here in game number 1 on the Leonhardt table. Velasco. Trying to take it out to that far side. Dias with the block and the takeaway. I think it's extremely important that the German team holds on their home table, because we head over to the Bonzini table. Phillips says play ball, and Steve Dias puts the ball back into play. 3-2 here in the first game in favor of the Luxembourg pair, and that one blocked back in. A lot of spin on that ball after the block, and it carried past Dias. Let's look at that one again. You can see here the shot by Dias, the block, and then watch it spin right back into the goal. 3-3 here in game number 1. Big crowd here, of course, a big pro-German crowd here. CORREIA can't connect on the pass through the lane, picked up here by HARMS. Jörg likes to play off this back pin. He can shoot from here, he can pass from here. Tries to come down the middle. That might be dangerous against the quick-handed Correa. It comes back once again to Harms. Harms off that inside wall towards the goal. Picked off by Diaz. 3-3 here in game number 1. Jim Stevens with you from the Kampnagel in Hamburg, Germany. Yannick. Try to come near side. Harms with the block. Jörg, a very good defender back there. And what a great partner for Marvin Velasco to play with. Jörg, very experienced, very calm, a good teacher, an all-around good guy. And they have really played well together. And there's Harms off the back pin to the short side. It's 4-3. Watch this. This is a beautiful shot. Only moves it over about 8 centimeters, maybe less. And catches Diaz off that short hole to make it 4-3. Correa rushes it through. Yannick Corrêa has been in this situation many times. I believe he said this is the 4th straight year he's been in the doubles final as he sets it up and looks to tie it up. Correa tried to take it out to that far side. The switch and the block by Harms. Germans leading 4-3 on their home table here in game number 1 off the outside wall towards the goal, kept out by Diaz. Steve working the pin series, tried to bank there. Velasco with the block, comes back to Steve, who just kind of slides that one up and then popped right back towards his goal and then back into his goal, and the Germans claim game number 1. Marvin Velasco and Jörg Harms win the opening game on their home table. Watch this. A lot happened in a very short time. And young men like this, they don't know that they're not supposed to be here. And he finds the hole down in the middle to make it 1-0. There's a certain innocence about an 18-year-old in a big final, but a very mature selection there as he finds the hole down the middle to make it 1-0 in favor of the Germans. Of course, it's got to help as well that the crowd is at least 80% Deutschland. Correa couldn't hold on to the pass. 1-0 here in the second game on the Bonzini table, and a nice smooth pass by Harms. Velasco. Stokes in home. Not exactly what he wanted to do, as you'll see in this replay, as he walked it around and then angled it completely in front of Diaz's 2 men. 2-0 here in the second. Now, the one thing about Yannick Corrêa is that one's going to go back into the goal against Harms, and they're going to switch early on here. Diaz to forward, Corrêa back to goal. Watch this, the pass, the tap, right through Harms. 2-1 lead now for Velasco and Harms, the Germans. But one thing about Yannick Corrêa and Steve Dias, even if they fall behind 2-0, they are also extremely good, and they have been successful on German-style tables, including the Landhaus. So it isn't as if they can't come back. They won't be dead in the water if they don't pull out this opening game on Bonzini. This is Correa firing that one down the middle. Diaz hustled after it, but Velasco picks up the loose ball. Marvin shooting against Yannick. Adjusts his grip, takes a look. Try to take it out to the far side, blocked by Correa, and a nice grab as that one hopped up off the corner of the top of the table. Yannick, always aggressive back here offensively. Angled that one on goal. Diaz hustled after it, but it's Velasco once again. Correa takes it away. I think we need to get, if you're Luxembourg, you want Correa back in that forward position. Right now he's back there for defensive purposes. He has blocked the last 2. Well, when you get an opportunity, you want him to move back to forward. So I would think that Diaz, if he gets a possession, despite the fact that Steve's a very good forward, you want one of the best all-around players in the world up there. So we'll see what happens as things move along. That shot by Correa went up into the air and off the table, so Jörg Harms will put it back into play. Harms again, just looking to clear, looking to get it out of there. He's not a big shooter on Bonzini. We saw last night that his clearing percentage was very high, and right now, Marvin Velasco's possession percentage very high. Got another one here as he sets it up against Correa. Take it out to the far side. Yannick Again, making the adjustment, making the block. Angling that one just wide. Yannick thought he had it. Now, it's up to Correa also to sort of keep his composure. We have seen at times in the past, as great as he is, that he can become a little bit emotional on the table. Let's see what happens here. Diaz is going to call timeout and bring Correa back to the forward position. I think that's the right move. Jörg HARMS telling me that he has helped to prepare his partner for this moment, but the way that Velasco has been playing, you're just kind of letting him play, letting him do his thing. It's been quite a run for this pair from Germany. Correa moving back to forward, has possession on the 5 and look to advance it to his shooting run. Yannick along the wall. Second game action, 1-0 lead for the Germans, and Yannick Correa will set it up, looking to tie it up here in game number 2. Correa strokes it home to the far side. Jörg let that one a little bit too long. Let's look at it again. The hole is there, the hole is there, the hole is there. That's 2-2. Back to forward comes Diaz, back to goal for defensive purposes. Correa, they have 1 timeout remaining. Velasco through the lane. Hasn't been able to get through Correa yet as he sets it up and calls time out. He is a tremendous young player, and he puts it back into play, shooting against Correa. Velasco. To come near side. Yannick is there. Correa has come close on a couple of shots. You get the feeling at some point he's going to put one in from back there. Diaz picks it up on the 5. Looks like he's going to call timeout. Bring Correa back to forward. We have also watched Yannick Correa grow as a player. He was on the Luxembourg team 11 years ago at the World Cup here in Hamburg, but didn't play a whole lot. He was kind of the young guy, the new up-and-coming kid. And then in tournaments here in Europe, we've watched him for the last 10 years kind of grow from a very talented young player into a very mature champion. He's looking for his 4th career multi-table championship, and put it back into play here on the 5. Correa. On the wall nicely. Yannick will set it up. See what Jörg shows him. Switching defense, and he gets on that near corner to make the block. Rebound. Comes back to Diaz. Deep down in the middle on goal. Arms in the way. Here in the second game. That one, oh, what a beautiful save by Diaz, who reacted to keep it out. Angles that one into the goal. It's 3-2. Watch here. Both of the Luxembourg players have been trying for that particular shot, that little angle to the corner, and Diaz is able to find it. And he's given his team the lead at 3-2. Now the team on the right, Luxembourg, does not have a timeout remaining. They have earned 2, so Diaz is up there for this ball. That one into the goal. It's 4-2, so Diaz hustling defensively, made the block, and immediately stabbed it into the goal. Velasco putting it back into play, stolen away by Diaz. So the Luxembourg team has responded, coming back from a 2-1 deficit here in game number 2, and they'll have an opportunity to tie the matchup right here. Steve Dias, who has an outstanding 3-run. Shot attempt blocked and taken away by HARMS. Quick pass. Oh, what a great grab there. Velasco really does have a nice feel on this table. Against Correa. Velasco fakes, works it, and strokes it home near side. It's 4-3. Really took his time beautifully, worked the mouth of the goal, and then just squeezed that one between the man and the goal post. We knew this was going to be a good match. It was a really intriguing matchup. 3-time world multi-table champion, an 18-year-old kid. And it's been everything we could have hoped for so far. Velasco taking a lot of time here, then goes along that near wall. He can tie it up at 4. And he's shooting against Diaz here. He has had some success against him. That one's going to roll away and then roll back. Hello, Bonzini. Velasco. Nope. Set home to the near side. It's 4-4. Again, finding the very tight near corner. And Harms celebrates. A lot of pressure now on Correa and Diaz, and it's stolen away by Velasco. Playing with just tremendous confidence and absolutely zero fear, and he's going to call time out.
Time. Let's go.
4-4 second game. The Germans leading 1-0. They were down 4-2, but 18-year-old Marvin Velasco has scored 2 in a row. Again, we're going to see the switch. Diaz moving forward, Correa back, and they're there for the rest of this game. As Velasco puts it back into play. Marvin rushes, but stolen away by Steve. Diaz chips it up. Velasco with a block. Steve again. Not always an easy thing to move from goalie to forward and have immediate success. I think if Steve hadn't lost that, there would have been a distraction call against Velasco, but he didn't. Comes back, and he strokes it home to that far side. Number 3. Steve also a very good player on German-style tables. Velasco opens up game number 1, rather number 3 here on the Leonhardt table. Harms fires that one on goal. The rebound grabbed by Velasco. Here's Marvin. Stroking it home. It's 1-0. Watch this as Velasco finds a pretty wide open far side of the goal. Taken away here by Velasco. Pass along that near wall, but Marvin couldn't hold on to it. Steve Diaz. Right now, this is the configuration they're going to play this third round, this third game in. Diaz playing forward, Correa at goal. And Steve's going to get it through and hold on to it. Steve Diaz shooting against Jörg HARMS. Flipped it over down the middle, off a man and in. It's 1-1. Watch here. He didn't take a lot of time, and then the reaction by HARMS. Almost made the block, but it hit off the corner of his man and dropped in. To even it up at 1, you're in game number 3. It's the kind of match that I think the spectators hope will go to that 5th game. Diaz hoping to give his team the lead right here as he works it and finds the near corner. It's 2-1. Diaz again. You see Harms sitting there and then coming off just enough for Diaz to find that near corner. So Velasco and Harms down 2-1 on their home table. Marvin to find a comfortable position to pass, couldn't do so, and hustle play here gets Correa of possession. Diaz, Yannick Corrêa of Luxembourg leading 2-1 here in the 3rd game. Jörg brings that one across towards the goal, kept out by Correa. As is so often the case, these great players like Yannick Corrêa, Frederic Collignon, of course, and others, even Ryan Moore, Billy Pappas, guys that are great offensive players in the forward position are oftentimes really good defensive players as well. And that is the case with Correa. Of course, you don't win singles championships without being a pretty good defender. He has won a few, and a nice pass here by Harms will get Velasco a possession. Marvin strokes it home near side. It's 2-2. Again, showing tremendous poise under pressure. Marvin Velasco drilling that shot to the near corner to tie it. And Velasco able to pick it up here. You gotta like the way he doesn't rush on that 3-run. He takes his time, values each possession, and able to find that far side of the goal to make it 3-2. But it's not an easy thing for a young player to do, to take your time, to work the mouth of the goal, and then execute with authority. 2 in a row from Marvin Velasco, giving the Germans the lead here on their home table in game number 3. Diaz shooting the standard front pin, thumb out. Tried to flip it over and go down the middle. Harms showed him the hole, then took it away. Sends that one up the table, but Diaz able to knock it down. Steve. Taking some time. And coming back down the middle. Looked like he faked out to that far side and then came back down the middle. Let's see exactly where this one went. There's the fake. And yes, down the middle off the man. It's 3-3. Correa back to forward. Diaz to goal. Got a little screen. A great vantage point to call what has so far been a great match. Velasco putting it into play. 3-3 here in the third. Bounces, then goes through the lane. Marvin for the lead against Diaz. Tried to go onto that far side, blocked by Steve. Correa able to pick it up. Yannick tried to go along the wall. That man got between the man and the wall somehow. It goes back to Harms. Jörg with a pass near side. Gets through to Diaz. Still 3-3 here in the third. Each team has held so far that inside bank attempt by Steve, while spins to the 5-rod of Correa. And taken away by Velasco. Brushes it crisply through the lane. Sets it up. And strokes it home. Again, he might have caught a bit of a break here, as it appeared he was trying to hit that far corner, and instead it cuts back to the near. He'll take it. It's 4-3. Diaz in that forward position. Tried to squeeze that one along the wall, couldn't do so. Picked up here by Harms. Back down the middle on goal, then right back to the 3-rod of Diaz. Steve Diaz. Nope, sent home to that far side. It's 4-4. It has been that kind of a match. But we all have one thing in common, and that's this, the foosball table. It really makes us all one big family. Marvin Velasco puts the ball back into play, tied up at forward. Marvin through the lane. And calls time out. Marvin puts the ball back into play. Looking for a third game win, Marvin Velasco. Stokes it home down the middle. Marvin Velasco, Jörg HARMS on their home table, winning 5-4. We're going to head back over to Bonzini after this from Marvin Velasco. as he has been throughout the entire doubles event, has been sensational. Correa along the wall, taken away by Velasco. Marvin tried to brush it through, knocked down by Correa, comes back to Harms. Now again, you're basically just going to try to get this ball up the table. Not looking to score, but wants to get it in the hands of his partner. He does get it to his 5. A couple of pass attempts blocked by Correa. Back along the wall, Yannick there. Marvin dancing with it on the 5. Again, showing just how comfortable he is on this table. Then the pass ends up in the goal. That was not a shot, folks. That was a pass that got through. Watch here, after some nifty ball movement, it gets past Diaz. Germans just 4 goals away from the men's doubles championship. And taken away again here by Velasco. And we'll get another possession here. Quick shot here, though, taken away by Diaz. And I think Marvin realizes he might have rushed that a little bit. No need to in this situation. Diaz up the table, and then Harms picks it up. Works so steady, both on and off the table. Real calming force for his partner, his team, just looking to get it out, and he does. Diaz just wide, and Velasco with a rebound. Boy, he has such soft hand. He really seems to catch loose balls rather easily. Even on the Bonzini, where it isn't easy. He's going to get another chance here to give his team the lead. Velasco. Strokes it home down the middle. It's 2-0. Does somebody want to tell Marvin Velasco that he's playing in a big final in front of 700 people? I'm not sure he realizes that he is just playing some great table soccer on both tables, and he has given his team a 2-0 lead. Here goes Correa along that near wall. Yannick. Maybe a score and a switch here. There's the score. There's the switch. It's 2-1. Yannick Corrêa, you kind of got the feeling he knew he was going to score here and was almost moving back defensively as the ball was going into the goal. Velasco's pass attempt. That's Diaz up there, of course, defending on the 5. Velasco again, and we're going to get a call here. Ball will be awarded, perhaps a third wall. Ball's going to be awarded to Diaz, who will call time out. Ball put back into play by Correa, who is returning to the forward position. Yannick. Knocked down by Velasco, sent wide of the goal where it's picked up by Diaz. Steve tried to chip away at that short side. Takes another look here. Tried to bring it down the middle, blocked by Velasco, but picked up by Correa, who sends it into the goal with a left hand. It's 2-2. Watch here as he makes the steal to take it away, then angles it in. Much to the dismay of Jörg HARMS. Now 2-2 after 2 in a row from the Luxembourg pair. And some good 5-row defense against Velasco these last few possessions. Marvin, though, able to go through the lane. Set it up, looking to take the lead. He is shooting against Correa. Marvin Velasco. Fires it home. It's 3-2. Watch here as he cuts this one back just between the defenders of Yannick Correa. Now Yannick will return to forward and put it into play. A lot of pressure on Yannick Corrêa and Steve Dias. Down 3-2, they're on their home table. That one's going to spin back to the 3-rod of Corrêa. He'll set up his snake shot. And stroke it home near side, thinking about the switch, and will make it. Yannick wants to be that last line of defense, and again, Corrêa finds the near side. 3-3. Velasco along the wall. Marvin uses a timeout here, whether he'll go ahead and shoot. Going up against Yannick Corrêa. Velasco will indeed call timeout. What a story that would be. Perhaps the birth of a star taking place here this weekend. As Marvin sets it up against Yannick. Velasco walks it. Trying to take it out to that far side, wide of the goal. Rebound caroms back to Harms. A rare misexecution for Marvin Velasco. Like that one just went wide. And there is Harms from goal. Jörg HARMS with a big shot from goal as he pushes it over and angles it in. And ladies and gentlemen, it is championship point for Marvin Velasco and Jörg HARMS. What a play by Jörg. Pass along the wall, and Harms keeps it out. Frustrated Yannick Corrêa. He should have caught it. And Jörg HARMS, with that possession of the ball, will call time out. Here comes the crowd. They know their countrymen are just a goal away from the men's doubles championship. Jörg HARMS has possession and puts it back into play. HARMS tried to quickly pass it. Corrêa with a block. The pass, ooh, that one almost snuck in behind Diaz, who keeps it out. Steve angles that one just wide, and rebound comes back to him. And let's see here. We had a call, a jar call. See where they're going to award the ball. They are giving the ball to Velasco on the 3-rod for the championship. Marvin Velasco strokes it home, and there it is. What a story as 18-year-old Marvin Velasco and his partner Jörg HARMS have unexpectedly won the 2017 World Championship in men's doubles. A look of disbelief on the face of Velasco, a look of joy on the face of Jörg HARMS.